Good morning. Thankfully, it's not a sad morning because we're getting right back on in a couple hours. But we do have to go say goodbye to all the concierge cast. We will miss them.
I'm very sad we're not concierge on the next sailing. I actually got up very early, 5 o'clock this morning, and went to the concierge lounge. They weren't open yet, but I went through and did a video tour for YouTube, of course, that's on the channel. And I realized I'm really gonna miss it the next few days. But we're excited to check out another room type and do a little bit more time, spend a little time relaxing maybe. Rainforest room and a few other things. But first, breakfast in the concierge lounge. Then we gotta go get off the ship.
So this morning, they do have things available in the case, but there's nothing a la carte. Of course, because everyone is in a hurry to get off the ship. So we try and do things really quickly. And of course, there's also breakfast available in the main dining rooms. So if you want to grab something here quickly, you can always head down there for a full meal before heading out.
Just like always, your breakfast the last day is in the restaurant that you had your last dinner in. So we're back at 1923. Alyssa decided to get the chocolate chip pancakes before we get off the ship. And I got some berry brioche French toast and bacon. Enough food to get me through to lunch at least. We're all packed up and heading off the ship, but these bags are staying here. They're actually going to transfer them to our new room for us because we're not staying in the same room on the next sailing. All of our information about getting off the ship and leaving our stuff, but hey, we get to get right back on. So that's good. So we filled out our comment card and we have an additional paper in there because there were so many amazing crew that helped us out. We always say, see additional list them out in there, and that really helps out all the crew members getting those cast compliments. And we drop that down in the box, and they'll take care of getting all those compliments out to everybody. All right, well, it's about time for us to disembark. We're gonna go and help everyone get all their stuff to the car because we all bought way too much merch. Then we're gonna go over to the testing tent and hopefully turn around and come right back on the ship right around 11 o'clock. All right, we got some help getting all of our luggage to the car because we're gonna leave this stuff in the car. Those that are going home are taking it for us, and then we're getting back on the ship. All right, we saw our family and friends off in the car, and now we're heading over to the tent. You do have to come over here if you're doing back-to-back just to confirm that you're clear to sail. You can test here at Disney's expense if you have not tested already or don't have that recovery letter.
We are clear to sail!
Woo, getting back on the ship. So everyone doing the back-to-back has to check in at the desk just to confirm that your online check-in stuff is all the same, I guess. So waiting in that line now. All right, it is finally time for us to board. 11:20, we're heading in, and we'll be on the ship in just a minute. All right, they're not announcing us, so we're gonna do it ourselves. Disney Wish, please welcome the Simmons family. Woo! Thank you, thank you. I guess we know why we were late getting on the ship, because there was apparently a wedding in here. So I'm gonna wait in line here for guest relations, take care of a couple things. We have some issues going on with our room. We'll see what's gonna happen here. Alyssa's going around the ship and filming and taking pictures, exploring while there's basically nobody on the ship. Only a few hundred people have been allowed on so far. So we're exploring the ship, looking for Assembly Station L. We gotta go do our check-in, which is the virtual muster. I love the virtual muster. So much better than standing in the hot sun, waiting on everyone to get there. All right, so pretty simple. Begin check-in now. Oh, it would have given us directions if I hit begin check-in now. I didn't realize that was a thing. Scan the sign. Come on. Scan complete. Check-in complete.
Woohoo!
We're good.
Very painless.
Easy, I love it.
Okay, we finally sat down. We have been running around the ship like maniacs for over an hour, taking pictures and video because there were so few people on the ship.
Yeah, it's great.
And we got some amazing photos and video. I'm so happy.
I also had to go to guest relations or guest services and stand in line and then deal with issues because we did not get the room that we booked, and we're very saddened and disheartened by that because we had a Category 4E aft corner room, which means we had a corner room on deck 6, the very back of the ship. It's a larger room because it's a corner room. It's also a Category 4E, which means it has the extended veranda. We literally had a veranda that wrapped all the way from one side of the ship around the back of the ship. And they said, sorry, you don't have that room anymore. And we're like, okay, well, why don't we have that room? What's going on? There was some kind of a maintenance issue on the last sailing, so this morning they pulled that from inventory and moved us, which according to numbers on paper was an upgrade because we went from a 4E to a 4C. but we just had a regular veranda in the same size room, and that's not really an upgrade when you really look at what you were getting. So I asked if there was any way they could move us to a 4A or even a 4B that's on what everyone's calling the bump out on the Wish. If you look at the floor plan of the Wish, on the sides of the boat, they have these curved areas right around the midship, a couple different places, and it applies to most of the decks. And basically the verandas get extended just a little bit. It's maybe twice the size, or depth I should say, of a standard veranda. I was like, is there any way we can get a bump out room? It's just a little bit bigger veranda, so it's somewhat comparable to what we had. They looked and they were able to find one room on deck 10, which is an upgrade for us. We got a 4A category, and it has the bump out. It's not quite in the center, so it's not quite as big as it could be, but it's a little bit better. It's a good consolation prize for not getting the room we were really excited about.
But we are still sad we did not get that room because there's only a few of them. Of course, we were going to do a room tour and show that one, and we were going to have a phenomenal view from the back of the ship, which would have been really cool. And now we don't have that.
So now I guess we just have to book another cruise. That's the only answer. That's all I can think of we have to do. We're going to head out and continue trying to do some tour stuff around the ship. We've got to go book the rainforest room. We booked reservations also at guest services for Hyperspace Lounge later, just to go back and enjoy that a little bit. And we also need to go and see if we can get some lunch because we're kind of getting hungry. Breakfast was several hours ago now. Okay, so we're signing up for the rainforest room. 3 days, length of cruise, $166 plus gratuity, so run under $200 a person.
We are so happy right now because our luggage was sent to the initial room that we booked, and so we were trying to track it down. Through all that, we found out they were able to fix the maintenance issue, and we have the initial room we booked, and it's so cool.
We're so excited for this room. Guest services tracked us down. It's like, hey, we got you in that room. They fixed the AC issue it was having. You're good to go. And this room is so awesome. Like, perfect. I absolutely love it. Can't wait to show you. Let's go. So there's only a couple of these rooms on board. They're the corner Category 4E extended veranda rooms. They're in the aft of the ship. They're on deck 6, and I think deck 9 has a couple as well that are not accessible rooms, so we can actually book those. But look at the layout of this room. We have a separate bedroom for the bed. It still just sleeps 4 people, but the bedroom is its own room with an actual door and a TV in there. And then we have a second TV out here with the couch and the pull-down upper berth. We got an extra set of closets because there's one in the bedroom, plus in here. We've got a desk. This is just awesome. And then our extended veranda is different. It's not the long extended veranda like we've seen in a lot of the other Category 4Es. It's a very skinny little veranda. It doesn't even have any chairs. I'm wondering if maybe we could squeeze a chair out here on the far side, but this goes all the way from over there by the bedroom, all the way across here, back into this corner over here where I think we could probably maybe stick a chair in there and make it fit. But this is really, really cool, and I love the split layout, especially if you have kids that you want to have like their own little space and you want to have a little bit of separation and privacy without paying for a 1-bedroom suite. Holy cow, this is just awesome.
Robert is running around doing some room tours. We have a lot less today than we had on the last cruise. So I came up here to Marceline Market because they do close in about 15 minutes, and I got some food for me and some food for him as well. So we'll have a chance to eat before the Sail Away show. We are heading up to Sail Away, and this is such an amazing show. Do not miss this. No matter what happens, be up on the top deck to watch this show.
We love the new show, and I also got 2 more room tours done in addition to ours, so only 3. I feel like I'm slacking on this sailing, and I'm okay with that. I shot a lot of room tours last time. Some really cool rooms, and let's go get this party started. Let's go.
Thank you.
We have non-alcoholic options with the straws, and then the alcoholic without the straws.
Magical few days on the Wish and some magical memories year after year. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers!
Sunshine. shore, your family and friends become our family. So come on and join our family time.
Well, hey everybody, my name is Jimmy, and I am the cruise director of the beautiful Disney West. And I have a question for you all. Who's ready for vacation? Now that is the energy we're looking for all cruise long. But right now, it's time to make it official and sound the ship's horn. So Captain Minnie, would you please do the honors for us?
Will you all help me count down? Sure.
Yeah, we do.
That's fun. Oh, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So we came down to our room after the Sail Away party. I absolutely love that new party. We thought we'd maybe watch Sail Away from here, and we're still tied off, so not going anywhere just yet, but ooh, that was lightning. Yeah, that's, I was just getting ready to say, I think we're gonna have a thunderstorm here pretty soon.
We're probably not gonna watch it from the balcony.
Methinks
so cool,
we're gonna
look.
want to go inside. Oh,
Working on it now.
oh, they're casting off. Okay, this is cool. We're gonna watch. We're gonna stay here for a minute. So we're just chilling on the balcony, getting to watch them cast off the ship. This is fun. Is that Rapunzel's foot? That's Rapunzel's foot. Oh, hey, fun trivia fact. What shoe size is Rapunzel back there on the back of the ship? Found this out on the last sailing. Size 23, the same size as Shaquille O'Neal. All right, we're gonna head into Senses Spa. It's time for the open house / drawing for some free stuff. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna give away a voucher which is $100. Okay, and Dr. G is gonna give you 175, and then we have here Andre and Dragon, and this one again, Dr. G. Are you ready to win? Yeah! That sounds good.
Who is in deck 9? Yeah. I'm sorry, this is deck 7. 7501, Mr. Lucas.
We have Elizabeth from 7632.
We did go to the Senses Spa open house, and we did enter the drawing.
Yep.
Didn't win, but it's always worth going to.
And make sure you stick around after you enter the drawing, because like over half of the winners they drew weren't there, so they drew another name. And so if you leave, you don't get your prize. We were hopeful, but it's worth spending, what, an extra 15 minutes down there to hopefully win a prize, and if not, you just go about your day.
And they have some great prizes in there.
They do. So we got our pass for the rainforest earlier. We booked it. We got a sticker on our card that allows us to go in anytime, so we're good to go on that now. Now we've got to go and start getting ready for dinner because on this sailing, we have early dining. We've actually never done that before.
Probably
Kind
never
of
gonna do it
curious
again.
yeah, I don't think we're gonna like it, but we're gonna try it and see how it goes. And then on the next sailing, we'll go back to second dining again. Storm's still rolling in, but we're rolling out. So maybe we're gonna miss it, hopefully. Is that a tugboat behind us? I guess they're just escorting us out, huh? It is still weird to see Rapunzel's foot just kind of sticking out there.
We are once again going to 1923, and yes, we did dress up for it.
We did, just kind of, I modified what I had before because I didn't want to pack two separate things. She got two separate outfits, which is cool. After we go to 1923, we're actually not going to eat a full dinner. We're going to stay for just a little while, leave and go to the early showing of the Seize the Adventure show.
It's
we
so
love that
good.
show. The only reason we're going to the early showing, though, is that the late showing, we actually have Palo dinner booked, so we're going to miss that one. So we want to make sure we go see that. I love this restaurant. All the awesome artwork and sketches and character models. So cool. This is like the coolest part of the restaurant. All the artwork, the sketches.
Well, we tried, but the appetizers did not come in time, and I do not want to miss this show. That is how much I love it.
Yeah, it's the Seize the Adventure, the brand new show. It's only like 30 minutes long, but it's for this sailing. It's all about Captain Minnie, and really, it's all about Goofy, and I love that. We're gonna go watch it. We're gonna hopefully get some decent seats. If not, I really don't care. I'm just excited to get back and see the show.
absolutely loved Seize the Adventure. We knew we would.
It's such a great show.
But even seeing it again, I could watch it all over again. I
Yeah.
love it so much.
Super short, but really fun. I love the show. Goofy's my favorite. It's basically the Goofy show. It's awesome. As soon as it was over, we headed out to the atrium, or to, I guess they call it the Grand Hall here. It's not really an atrium. And we took some pictures, all the backdrops. And then they had a new show that wasn't on the last sailing. It's a live band. It's kind of a roaring 20s style music, but it's Disney songs. They kind of reworked a bunch of Disney songs, and it's there, it's live, it's amazing. It's called Victorphonics. We loved the entire thing. Watched the whole show. It was about a half hour. And then it was time to go. We got to get up here to Palo and have dinner. A little bit of a different vibe here in the evening. A little fancier. They brought us our menus here at Palo. And we have two options. We can purchase the prefix menu where you choose one from each option, or a la carte, whatever we want on the menu. And the one thing that I was wanting to get, the Wagyu beef, not available on the prefix, so looks like I'm going a la carte tonight. So we just found out there is a minor change to the menu. The A5 Wagyu beef is actually a Miyazaki beef, which is what we tried on the Fantasy when we ate dinner at Remy, and it was the best steak I've ever had. So I am 100% getting the Miyazaki beef. The amuse-bouche tonight is a gnocchi that is fried with crispy Parmesan cheese and a mushroom sauce. Bread service tonight, and the best part is the pizza bread. Oh my goodness. I got the caprese with some amazing smelling balsamic on there. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Alyssa chose to get the calamari and the shrimp, and that is one single shrimp. That is absolutely huge. We decided to split the gnocchi. This smells so good. And then we'll get on to the entrees. Okay, I've got to choose my weapon for my steak. I feel like I really just, any knife is probably fine. They look pretty similar. Thank you. That is a beautiful 6-ounce piece of Miyazaki beef. Oh my goodness. Cannot wait to eat that. The chef recommended a pink peppercorn sauce, so I have some of that on the side, but I'm just gonna try one little bite with it, and then I'm gonna eat the steak by itself, because I don't even need the sauce. So the last time I had this beef was at Remy back in January on the Fantasy, and I only had 2 ounces then. And I shared it with Alyssa, but now I have 6 ounces to myself. That I'll probably also share a little bit with Alyssa. And as soon as I got it in front of me, my mouth literally started watering because I remember how good it was. And I'm so excited for this steak. Oh my gosh. It's just like I remember. It's amazing. Alyssa chose to get the lamb chops, and these look amazing as well. Wow. And we got 3 of the shareable sides. We got the macaroni and cheese. This smells incredible. We also got the asparagus and the mashed gold Yukon potatoes. All right, Palo dessert menu time. We have so many good options. The chocolate souffle, the amaretto souffle, tiramisu, a 14-karat chocolate bar.
It's amazing.
Carrot cake. Oh, I gotta get the carrot cake. So many. I want a cheese course, but now I'm too full. Just 2 desserts. Got some rooibos tea to go with my dessert, and dessert should be here any minute. The chocolate souffle. Oh my goodness. Alyssa ordered the 14-karat gold cake, but she couldn't have it. There's some food coloring issues, so I have to sacrifice and eat it on her behalf. Alyssa got the panna cotta with fresh fruit. They changed the topping for her so she could have that. This has got to be the coolest tiramisu I have ever seen in my entire life. What in this world? How is that tiramisu? I don't know. And because I didn't have enough dessert, I got the carrot cake too with a candied carrot there on the side. What am I gonna do with all these desserts? Thought they'd be small. They're not small.
Well, it is after midnight, so we are very tired and very full. I feel like I'm about to pop.
So much food. We had the last seating at 8:30, and we really just had so much food coming out, plus the allergies at the table with our friends and Alyssa. So it took a little longer than we were expecting, but I mean, it was so worth it. It was so good. We almost didn't do it. We talked about just doing it another cruise, but we decided to. And purely for the fact that they didn't have the A5 Wagyu beef and they had the Miyazaki instead, for the same price, I am thrilled that we came because once again, that is just the best steak I've ever had. It's just incredible. I can't even describe it.
I enjoyed everything I had, especially the caprese. I love caprese, so I ended up eating a lot more of that than I thought. We were supposed to share. Robert did get a little bit of it.
I actually had to stop her because she was eating all of it. I was like, I actually would like some of the caprese, but it's okay because I ate some of her calamari too, and it was really good.
Oh, the calamari was so good, and that shrimp was ridiculous in size, and it still tasted good, which was awesome. The gnocchi was probably our least favorite thing we had tonight. It had way too much pesto.
Yeah.
No one at the table really enjoyed that, so we just kind of sent it back.
Yeah, I don't like pesto anyway most of the time, so like, yeah, that wasn't great, but that's okay. The other stuff made up for it. Dessert was kind of a bit much. I probably shouldn't have ordered 3 desserts. The carrot cake was everything was delicious. The carrot cake was great. The 14-karat chocolate bar I wasn't a huge fan of because it was super fruity, and I just wasn't in the mood for fruit and chocolate, but I did love the tiramisu, even though it looked kind of like an octopus or something. It was crazy.
The panna cotta was a really nice way to end the night because it was so light, had some fruit with it, which was awesome. And then on the other end of the spectrum, that chocolate souffle was very heavy and very sweet. Thankfully not overly sweet. I kind of expected it to be like hurt your teeth, but it didn't. It was so good. Yeah. But it was very heavy after eating all that food.
And I did steal a couple bites because I had to try it. The last time I had a souffle here, all they had was the amaretto one. Oh, chocolate is even better. Oh my goodness, it was so great. But now we're incredibly full. I came all buttoned up in my vest, and I'm leaving all unbuttoned with my vest because I have no more room for food. We're going to head back to the room and get some sleep because we're exhausted. It's been a very wonderful, long day. And tomorrow, we've got all kinds of stuff going on.
So we were discussing what this is, and my first thought was swan, but that really doesn't make any sense. So now I'm going with penguin.
I mean, whatever he is, he's cool. Because look at those cool sunglasses that Robert got for super cheap at Costco.